Now, I don't want to be the fun police and tell you what you shouldn't or should do, but my job and my aim of my channel is to provide you with information that allows you to make better educated decisions on your own personal day-to-day life. So we're gonna find out exactly why Jay Woodford quit drinking and how it affected his life in one way or another. So tap in for that.
Up, I won't look down, y'all not fucking with me now. Y'all so tired of being what you want me to be. When it all falls apart, I got no one but me in a world full of...
What's good, y'all? Welcome back, Wagwan. Alright, so boom, you already know what the f going on. I got another alcohol video for y'all to watch. Now, you know, people that tend to drink a lot of alcohol tend to say, oh, there's peer pressure to drink, right? And my take on that is like, is there...
Holding hot, just the way you... Whoopsie daisy. Yeah! Ow!
Is there really peer pressure to die sooner, right? You see athletes, for example, right? The athletes that take care of their body early on in their career, or just overall, just take care of their bodies more, tend to have longer careers and are able to play for a long period of time. Example, Tim Duncan, Vince Carter, Jason Kidd, all these people were able to play up until their mid to late 30s, right? And likewise, life is like a game as well. It's a class, it's always in session. The people that take care of their bodies early on tend to live longer and actually are able to continue to make a positive impact like a team, but more so a positive impact in their workspace, their relationships with people, whatever it is, right? So I'm gonna cut straight to Jay's video detailing his experience with alcohol. Again, I'm not saying alcohol is bad per se, but we definitely get lost in the sauce in our society on how much alcohol is actually beneficial or how much we should reduce our overall consumption. Before I get into Jay's video, if you want more hands-on, personalized approach to quit your drinking once and for all and get rid of this expensive habit, maybe drinking a lot, maybe it's not necessarily that it's affecting your health as much right now, maybe you're still young, but it's very expensive, you keep drinking every weekend, or you know, it is affecting your health in a negative manner, check out my mini course, mini email series, hop on that, and I'll get you right, and I'll help you overcome your addiction once and for all. But without further ado, let's get into today's video.
And the one thing that started to really piss me off about alcohol and my issues with alcohol was the fact that I was trading my future for the sake of this one moment, and looking back on the last, I don't know, 2 years or whatever it's been, where it's increasingly been an issue or something that I've struggled with up and down, guess how much value it's brought me? Fucking nothing, and that pisses me off. Happy New Year's to everybody. It's January 1st, 2019. I wanted to cut this quick video to share with you guys in an attempt to be publicly accountable and also to provide value and hopefully maybe be something to somebody that I needed not too long ago. I quit drinking December 21st, 2018. So 7 days ago. And by quit drinking, I mean I've decided to go on an indefinite hiatus, which means I don't have any intention of necessarily quitting forever. If I do, cool. But the reason that I did, it was something that was brewing under the surface. Alcohol was getting to become an issue in my life. It's just something that is very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's subtle. It creeps up on you. And I've been surrounded by alcohol issues and substance abuse issues with friends and family my whole life. And there's a million things that I could talk about. I'm hoping to be, I've seen a lot of people post in the last, I don't know, recent few weeks, couple months, years. It's been a couple years where this has been brewing in my life. And it was seeing other people who had conquered this demon that gave me hope that I could do it, that was a spark of hope that there was something of tremendous value on the other side of being trapped in a world of being, you know, drinking habitually to the point of possible alcoholism. And so my hope here is to do that for some of you. I mean, a lot of you might be waking up in rough shape today, starting off the new year. And I know for me, when I would drink excessively, I would wake up with the worst anxiety the next day. I don't know if a lot of people experience that. I know for me, that's always been the case. Horrible anxiety, just the worst you could imagine. You know, looking back in the last few days, it's been pretty freaking crazy to experience the changes that have happened to me so fast that I couldn't even imagine. I'm so grateful to my friends and family who have been there, who have put aside alcohol entirely. They had issues that were far beyond what I had, and they warned me. And they often said, you don't want to get to the point where I got to, where I can never enjoy this again. And if it never happens, like I said, if I don't ever drink again, whatever, I don't care. But I just want to share with you, even in this short period of time of 6 or 7 days, the difference that it's made in my life. My level of anxiety has dropped tremendously. I feel like I'm getting my fire back. And I feel like I lost that. Like for me, I often like, why is it that I drink? I never really got into too many issues when I was by myself or at home just with me and Jill. It just wasn't an environment that I would get out of hand. Where I would get out of hand was with friends. I love being in a situation, drinking with friends, having good conversations. And for me, I was, like I said, I was wondering, like, why does this happen? It became increasingly more difficult in those social settings to control it, to the point where I basically really hardly would. The lack of self-control was stunning to me, and I could see it was getting worse. But in general, I find that I feel like I'm a pretty happy person. I'm very excited about life. I think that we live in the greatest time to ever be a human being. Of course, there's tons of issues in the world, but in general, I feel like I'm a pretty happy person. Alcohol would take me down a very dark road. And I don't know if that's something that's subconscious with me. I just don't know. I've had trauma in my life. I found my dad dead at 16. I have no idea what impact that might have. I do know that I really do struggle with, I get thoughts of seeing something in my mind happening to my wife and my kids, and that wrecks me. And it's, people that have gone through death firsthand like that can relate. I've had those conversations. So I don't know if it's something to do with that. The other thing is, I'm a pretty high-strung person. I have a really freaking hard time shutting off. I dealt with addiction to Zopiclone, which is a really heavy-duty sleep medication. That is pretty common. People have a very hard time getting off of that. Thankfully, I kept it under control. I didn't increase my dosage, which is what trapped a lot of people fall into, but it was still freaking hard. The doctor literally said, you need to, this has to be medically monitored because this can be very dangerous coming off of this thing. It was scary as shit. Maybe it's something that you can relate to if it's something that you're struggling with. And I think that there's a lot more people who are struggling with this than that they would allude to. And I just want people to feel safe to acknowledge that, because there's in this day and age of social media, everybody's putting up a front and they're putting up just nothing but bullshit. There's so many people I see that they make everything look like it's okay. And I understand it's insecurities. I'm not trying to harp on this. I'm saying this for the sake of people who would look around the world, look at their friends and family, look at social media and Instagram and all these perfect pictures and all these people doing this shit. You're seeing a glimpse. Everybody's a PR agent for themselves. There's a whole bunch of crap that's going on, and I see it endlessly. These people that front and act like they got the best relationships you see in real life, it's like, you're a fucking disaster. Why are you faking this? You're doing nothing but causing issues, or contributing to other people having issues for the sake of your own bullshit, bloated, whatever it is. So I'm just trying to create this environment of, and I'm probably doing a horrible job, but I just want people to feel safe, to acknowledge where they're at. For me, I really appreciate that people are probably gonna say thank you for the courage to this. This doesn't take me any courage. I am at peace with myself no matter what anybody else thinks. So this for me is not very difficult. I just don't care. I love authenticity. One thing that I've said to people over the years is people that are recovering addicts to me have always been people that I really love. The ones that are genuine, because they are so genuine. They're so raw and real. They've gone through shit. They just don't care. The world needs more of that. I've seen a tremendous change in myself. I just feel more stable. I feel more at ease. I feel less confusion. I'm sleeping better. I have so much more clarity. I would wake up with anxiety. I'd have 4 or 5 drinks and go to sleep. And sometimes more, sometimes less. But I'd wake up in the middle of the night, like just like, what the fuck are you doing? You're killing yourself. Like you could get terminally ill next week. You want to put your kids through the same shit that you went through when your dad died, and my dad just died of a heart attack, not from alcoholism. I grew up with my mom, which I'll get into one day, and her story is amazing. She's just an amazing woman. She's been an incredible support through this. If anybody out there is struggling with this, feel free to message. I am definitely not going to be one of those. I find it fascinating how many people quit drinking and then become judgmental towards other people that drink. It just doesn't make any sense. But you know, at the same time, I look at myself like, how many times do you have to be hungover before you realize this is fucking stupid? You know, and that's just me, right? It's so easy to just superimpose logic and rationality when the outset is you didn't make a logical, rational decision. This wasn't predicated upon making a smart decision. But one of the motivations for me that helped me is just, you know, I don't want to waste my talent. I don't want to waste my time. I could see that it was harming my productivity. It was making me less effective in my work. And that just to me, you know, it's like, this is a waste. And seeing the change in myself and seeing this fire and this ambition that's come back just in the last week, less than a week, is just astounding to me. And I'm really looking forward to 2019. Do I crave it? Of course I do. It's super nice to have a drink and shut off and not give a flying fuck about anything. But to me, it's just, I'm sick and tired of the cost. And I'm very motivated by the long term. When I'm in my right mindset, I don't give a shit. I will sacrifice this, whatever, short-term comforts for the sake of the long-term benefits. And the one thing that started to really piss me off about alcohol and my issues with alcohol was the fact that I was trading my future for the sake of this one moment, and looking back on the last, I don't know, 2 years or whatever it's been, where it's increasingly been an issue or something that I've struggled with up and down. Guess how much value it's brought me? Fucking nothing, and that pisses me off. I could have been much further ahead in a lot of ways. I could have been better towards my kids. I talk about this often. I write stuff about, not often as often as I should, but I talk about, you know, parental stuff, and people think, oh, you're doing such a good job. I'm like, I'm fucking struggling with booze here, buddy. Don't get confused here. I have just as many issues as everybody else. I'm not trying to put myself on a pedestal in any way, shape, or form, in any context, and if I am, or if it comes across like that, you have misunderstood what I'm trying to do. I am okay with myself, and all I want to be able to do is share something of benefit to other people. So, there you have it. I don't want my kids to grow up with the shit I grew up with. I don't hold anything against my mom. Nothing. I look at everything I've been through, from finding my dad dead at 16 to dealing with alcoholism with my mom, to everything that I've gone through, and I'm appreciative and I respect all of it because it's been part of my process, and I don't know where I would have been without it. And this is just one more thing. I'm never gonna look back on any of this stuff and have regret, because regret is poison. There's no point. I got nothing I can't do. There's fuck all. There's nothing that I can do about yesterday's mistakes. There's nothing. It's gone, finished, done. I'm not even looking at it.
So I've never personally drank alcohol, and if you want to know the reason why, I've never drank alcohol or taken any drop. I just drink my water and mind my business. Check out the other video I have here, and then it includes a clip with Robin Williams, my experience plus Robin Williams' experience about why did he stop drinking, and I thought it was pretty informative as well. So I thought that video was pretty powerful and just needed more exposure and viewership than it already had. So again, my goal is to not convince you to drink, but to inspire you to stop drinking if you are already inclined and already on that process too, right? The reasons why I never drank was I never wanted the inability to lose control over my day-to-day activities and all that stuff, right? So that's me. So again, you wanna check out mini course, mini email series. I'll get you right, I'll get you on the path to saving some money, and living a more healthy, fulfilling life. And so you can play this game of life for many more seasons to come, you know what I'm saying? Alright, so God bless, much love, peace and joy, namaste. And always remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. I'll see y'all in the next video. Deuces.
Now they looking at me like, oh shit, everybody doubted. I don't blame them, that's behind me, but I changed it.